This is episode 322 of Phase of the Week. No, well, it's not. Actually, we are Heflatv. My name is Heflatv. Coming with me is Kylie, and this is Techlabs 2014 in Minsk. Sqreens squad is meeting. Relax, you're doing fine. And if they're doing fine, this is what we're trying to find out here. Let's hop into the draft.
Yep, pretty much. And correct me if I'm wrong, but these guys are in the losers bracket of a GSL group stage sort of thing right now?
Exactly, yep.
Okay. And they're winning. They need to win one more game after this to guarantee advancement to the next stage. So this is the first losers bracket game. So this is win or go home for the Techlabs Cup for both of these teams. And Relax started off pretty strongly with a Bat Rider, so they'll be pretty happy about that, I think.
Yep, absolutely. I'm actually trying to find out now. Wait, because I have the exact schedule and everything. Yeah, we have two loser bracket finals in this one. Like the winner bracket final is at the moment playing on Heflatv 1. For all those guys who want to see this, this is Dream Team versus Power Rangers. The game is already going for like an hour, and here, as I already said, like Relax versus Screen in the lower bracket final. So all of them still have a chance to proceed in the Techlabs Cup and go into the finals. So yeah, there will be even more as far as I know, but for the other games we don't have a schedule yet. So for now we have to settle with what we got. There's 3 games coming today. 2 are playing, as I said already, on HTV 1 and 2, and the other one you're gonna see today at 21 CET. And now we talked a lot about the tournament. Let's talk about the bans. Look at this. We have a Dream Protector being banned in combination with the Dazzle, the Wisp and the Darkseer on the other side, and that leaves so much space for everything they want, like all those heroes that are usually in the meta. That means we're gonna see Invoker, hopefully. We're gonna see maybe even an Ember Spirit. I haven't casted an Ember Spirit in ages because he has always been banned. Like maybe the Lycan, even though Lycan, well, going a bit more into the background since 6.81. The Bat Rider is already secured, as you already said. That means Relax, they go with the Bat Rider. Blink Dagger last for initiation.
Yep, and I mean, Screen Squad has the shot to go for that Dire side Lycan, which is a lot stronger than the Radiant side just because of the Roshan advantage. So they're just going to go ahead and skip that, and they go for the Shadow Demon Mirana combo.
Yeah, that's also a good alternative, I guess.
A little bit of American style there. A little bit, well, I say that, but that's because the American qualifiers were so much Mirana that we just saw this combo like every game in some way. But Shadow Demon also good against Bat Rider, one of the ways to try and deal with Lasso. Still not perfect, but at least it's something, and Mirana is just... They've given up nothing about their draft. They can go aggressive, they can go defensive. They have a lot of options open to them still.
Yep, absolutely. But I mean, securing this combination where there's a lot of synergy also means now that Relax has one more pick where they can pretty much have the entire spectrum of picks they want. And, okay, they don't secure anything that's usually in the meta, so they're, as far as I know, yeah, they're on the Radiant side. Which means Shadow Fiend, I absolutely like it. I mean, it's actually, I think, the first time we both cast together, if I remember.
Yep.
So
that's true.
I'm pretty much a Shadow Fiend Radiant fan, because I think a Shadow Fiend nowadays, as the game is right now, on the Dire side, absolutely can't agree with the pick there, because you have such an advantage on the Radiant side with the 2 camps that can be stacked by either you between the waves or by a support, and you just go in there and you have this flash farm, you get your souls up regardless how good or bad your lane is going, and that's why Radiant Shadow Fiend pick, I'm absolutely fine with it. When I see like the Shadow Fiend pick on the Dire side, I'm always like deep inside a bit face palming.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. Just yesterday I talked about all those exact same things. I think Radiant Shadow Fiend is a hero that doesn't get picked often enough for how strong it is. Just the ability to catch up. Most of the heroes, I mean, Radiant side's stronger for a lot of them, but like especially Naga and Shadow Fiend strike me as heroes that on Radiant are just a lot stronger because of their ability to just go to that one camp and just catch up completely if the lane's going badly, or get even farther ahead if the lane's already going fine. So we'll see if they go for a support that is comfortable spending a lot of time stacking in the jungle as opposed to finding his own levels at the start. So we'll see what they go for as far as a stacking support.
I know what they're going for. They're going to use their entire bonus time to come up with a Rubik ban, which is interesting. On the other side, we see now Invoker and Relax. Well, they have a lot of their bonus time left, but also now halfway through their normal time. And I think, okay, I was just about to say maybe we see the Ember right now after the Invoker ban, but I'm absolutely surprised now. Look at it. It's a Conka. Like, so far, to be honest, I like Conka. I like a lot of players who like Kunkka. For example, Scandal from PR, they tried to get it into the game like after 6.81, but the problem with the Kunkka is this hero against BKBs it's just useless, because like the entire setup for Kunkka requires you like to have a target that is not magic immune. As soon as they just pop the BKB, you can't have X-Mark, you can't have Torrent, you can't have Ship, and then it all comes down to you having your splash right click. I mean, right click as such in a traditional fashion, you don't have it. So it's all about positioning, and it's just too vital. If anything goes wrong in a team fight, then Kunkka is just out of the game. That's the problem. Like, I've casted probably 10 Kunkkas since 6.81, and none of them so far worked out. But let's not get hung up on this. We have a AA banned, which is absolutely understandable, and now we continue with the third pick, and it is a Weaver.
Yeah, this is a hero that I like playing a lot, as Wraith King has used to counter that Weaver so far, but they could also run this solo safe lane against something, or even, I don't know, mid-Weaver is not very good, but they can go aggressive with the Mirana still if they want to, with the Shadow Demon. It's still a pretty... They could really lane however they want to still at this point, but that Wraith King pick is one of the most popular ones right now, and we'll have to see. I'm guessing it's a support, just because I think it's better that way, but Relax could certainly run it as a carry as well if they want to with the Shadow Fiend, but I'm suspecting a support here.
Yeah, you're suspecting a support. Actually, I mean, so far as the draft is revealed to us, it could be just a second call. We have a Shadow Fiend mid, and the Wraith King is ending up in a tri-lane while the Bat Rider is on an offlane. But I'm a big fan of Wraith King as a hero, and I don't care in which role he is, because I think he's fine in both of it. He's just a good support as any other support, because the right Fire Blast it's just spammable if you have some, I don't know, some mana supply whatsoever, and with the Blink Dagger initiation is so strong, because the stun is long, low cooldown, does damage over time, so you can even sometimes, you know, already head back to your base and the targets are still dying on the way. And the most important thing is, regardless if he's support or carry, he's gonna be in the front lines, so he will die once after like 1 or 2 right Fire Blast, a bit damage here and there. He will still provide the aura, and he will slow everybody, and a horrible slow. It's 75% if I remember correctly, and it's just painful to see.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It is, yeah, it is indeed 75%. So, yep, and definitely is a hero that can help create space for that Shadow Fiend and basically be at the front and make sure that he's not the one tanking all the frontline shots, and that's going to be his best purpose here. But there's been a Pugna pick from Sqreens Squad, and normally you think with this hero is, I don't know, you want to push really early, but Mirana, Weaver, and Shadow Demon don't really strike me as heroes you want to push too early with, so I'm kind of confused by this Pugna, but they must have some sort of plan for it if they're picking it in this 4th spot, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. It's, I mean, whenever I see a Pugna, I'm like, okay, yeah, we see a pushing strategy. The only problem I have at the moment, I mean, with Shadow Demon Mirana, well, we have great heroes for like the synergy we already talked about, like the Disruption, Soul Catcher into Arrow. With the Weaver, okay, we have someone who will sooner or later go for a Desolator, but it takes quite some time till he comes online. He's just hard to kill till then. And then, okay, Pugna is the only one who brings some sort of push elemental in there, and the precision, sorry, it's always the cast after lunch. Who's eating so much air? Anyway, but Pugna, I don't know, the positioning of Pugna here, how do they lane this? That's the biggest problem I have at the moment. Like, yeah, I can't read Sqreens laning so far.
Yeah, it's a hero that wants levels, but so far they have 2 of their core, so they could go for like a mid Pugna or something along those lines. I don't think that fares too awfully well against Shadow Fiend. I'm not 100% sure.
Absolutely not. No. just imagine it. Like on level 2 Necromastery, the Shadow Fiend right clicks without any items should already do like a third of his HP pool. So if he just gets 1 or 2 right clicks in and 1 or 2 raises, I don't even think he needs a second one. That would already be a Pugna kill. That means Pugna might need a dual lane mid, which we already saw, like at least I did like a couple weeks ago, but I don't think we're gonna see this Pugna mid, and if he's actually going mid, then it's gonna be very interesting if this is gonna work out. But let's see. On the other side, we have now a Witch Dog, which is very interesting, because now we have the Wraith King stun already, we have the Witch Dog Cascade, brings a bit RNG element in the entire game, but I still love it. The only thing I don't like is that, well, the Witch Dog ultimate, we see it, and I always like to see some synergy with it, like a Chronosphere or anything like that. I mean, theoretically, there would be the possibility of a Void. I know it's a long shot, but imagine Wraith King, Witch Dog, support, Batch Rider, offline, Shadow Fiend mid, and the Void farming. Chrono setup into the Witch Dog ultimate. That would make my day.
Yeah, and I mean they had the Wraith King slow, I guess, but that's you're not really in control of when that goes off, so that doesn't really help with your Witch Doctor ultimate. So
yeah,
and they have a decent. Actually, well, now that I look at it, they don't have that many ways. The puck helps certainly in shutting off that ward, but as far as turning it off, they have basically arrow and disruption for disables, and then anything puck has as far as coil and winning rift are concerned to turn down that ult, but. Not a whole lot to cancel it. You don't really want to be firing point-blank arrows in the middle of fights. You want to lead with them. So this Watch Doctor ult might go off for a while once it does get started. So they have that going for them at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you already talked about the puck, so I think we're going to have the final laning here of Sqreen. This is going to be puck in the mid, then the Weaver offline, puck, the Mirana, Shadow Demon tri-lane, a very powerful tri-lane. And Relax is running up their draft with a Brewmaster, which is very interesting because the Brewlings, like the Brewmaster ultimate, is so strong till mid-game. Then later, I don't know, if the damage is getting higher and higher on the other cores on the other side, it's... Well, we saw it, like, the last time I saw a Panda, he was playing against a pretty insane Sven. And there, the Sven, at some point, he just didn't care anymore. He was just chewing through the Brewlings before they could get anything off. And also, Brewmaster Ultimate is easily countered by BKBs as well, because it lives from disabling one target with the Tornado, getting the double stun off, and also the burn is magical damage. So, yeah, all you have to do is outlast the Brewmaster Ultimate. But... let's see how this Brewmaster works. I like the fact that many teams try to bring him into the game after 6.81 especially.
Yeah, he's pretty good against squishy heroes, and no one on Sqreen Squad is what you would call tanky. Eventually the Mirana picks up some defensive items, and Weaver might as well, but until they get those items, they don't have a whole lot of health pool to work with, and Brewmaster's ultimate will make much quicker work of them than normal with just how squishy they are in general. And so we actually have a tri-lane Shadow Fiend bottom as well, so we'll have to...
Yep.
I think that's how they're laying us. Batter's not going straight jungle, so yeah, Tri-lane Shadow Fiend, which is good. I think it's still okay. It's just you get less levels. Your damage isn't as significant early on. You don't have the raise levels early on, so it's not the best thing in the world. But I mean, it certainly secures your farm. And is it a Tri-lane? Oh,
yeah.
Is it Tri-lane
Before it
Brewmaster?
goes to Big Bang
God.
here, I try to go for a fast introduction, at least of the Dire team. We have Sqreen here on the Mirana, followed by the Puck on Necroman. Before is standing Big Gnome, the guy we know from Insane Gaming, or now called Oslicky, since they have a change of sponsor. Slender is now the one who's going to find probably some of those heroes, but they're all passively under the tier 2 tower, and they head back. And last but not least is Bands. I don't know if that's the original name. I asked them in the lobby to take them, but, well, it wasn't too successful whatsoever. Anyway, he's playing on the puck now.
And it looks like no one on Relax went for their real names either, but, well, I can tell it's Dread on the Witch Doctor at the very least. I'm guessing that our... Oh, man, Jottam probably... Not Jottam, that's Virtus Pro. Oh, my God, I can't remember Relax's roster right now. This is not helping me. We want you so much on the Brewmaster. I'm just going to go with the names they have. Blue on the Shadow Fiend, and... Hey, oh my goodness. Hey, Betches on the Bat Rider. So, I don't know. If you remember Relax's roster better off the top of your head, maybe you can figure out who these guys are going on.
Yeah, I'm actually looking it up myself. I mean, I've casted a lot of Relax, but like who is who? I mean, the only thing I know for sure is, of course, we have Dread, Crazy, Shachlo. Like Shachlo will play offline. He's the offline player, so that's the Bat Rider, I assume. Then we have Yoki, Wind Axe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But like in the tri-lane, I really have to figure it out. But yeah, this is what happens if the players don't take their names. Then they also don't deserve an intro. Simply as that. Anyway, the game is starting. Let's see how this is going. And so far, well, this aggressive tri-lane versus the tri-lane is gonna be interesting. There's the first arrow after the disruption. It actually hits. Now it's all about the right clicks. But Pugna is already getting so much damage. I think he's the one going down first. And yeah, there it is. And the Wraith King is alive.
It was, they went for that in the first chance they had it. Oh, actually might get the second kill.
Yeah, we're gonna get a second kill. Slender. He's so dead. One more right click needed.
And this, I mean, the Brewmaster, not the hero you typically want a tri-lane. You want that quick level 6, but as middle, the puck goes hard to the Shadow Fiend.
At the same time, in the mid, we have the puck already defeating the Shadow Fiend. That's like 1 minute into the game, and I think he kind of saved the day there, because after this small disaster here in the tri-lane versus tri-lane, like the puck actually winning the mid against the Shadow Fiend, this is exactly what they needed. Otherwise, looking at the 2-0 at the 1 minute mark, that would have been horrible.
How did he find? I mean, Shafi must have taken a ton of harass. I don't know where Puck found the damage for that. With just, he must have had. He probably only had level 1 in orb at that point. I'm guessing he gained level 3 from the kill. So, that's I wasn't looking. I just have no idea how he found that kill. To be perfectly honest, and well, going back to what I was saying, this Brewmaster in the tri-lane, you want that level 6, but he's also just a really tanky guy who gets in the way of these arrow initiations like that.
There's another go. But the Brewmaster, like a hero, he was actually blocking that arrow. So yeah, that's the good thing. And there's another Ray Fire Blast, just as harass coming out on the Pugna.
It's just too ridiculous. It's just two really tanky heroes. Witch Doctor, as long as they can kind of get in the way of the arrows for him and things like that, and Voodoo Restoration as well on top of that. I mean, the Brew and the Skeleton King are they can take an arrow and make it through.
The Weaver actually getting huge damage, 5 stacks of sticky napalm, and like the problem is low level. You have such a high cooldown on Chikuchi. He also like choose to go for 1-1-1 build here, and well, he needs more levels to have a lower cooldown on Chikuchi. And now
are you kidding me?
What the? This is so unexpected. The Shadow Fiend going down a second time. He goes down. What the hell is the Shadow Fiend doing?
Well, he's not. Well, right now he's just not having any souls. I can tell you that much. But I mean, that's a disaster. I mean, getting killed once. I mean, that'll kind of happen. But you expect Puck to kill you in lane at level 6, not at level 2, and then level. What level is he now? Well, he's level 5 now, almost level 6 because of the second kill. But I just have no idea. I mean, the Shadow Fiend, you need to get a good start in your lane, get that fast farm up, get a Midas maybe, and then a BKB. You can't be afforded to be slowed down like this pretty much on this hero. Yep,
and so far we don't see Relax like changing anything in the laning, like maybe getting some support into the mid lane, but no, they just leave it as it is. One chair tango is left for him, and he is of course bottle crowing as well as the Batrider as far as I can see. But now, I don't know, it really comes down to how this mid is continuing. But now we have a Ray Fire placed as well as a disruption. The Panda actually again absorbing the arrow, but now
what a cask.
Yeah, the cask is just RNGesus bouncing between all of the heroes, and in the end the Shadow Demon going down again. That's the problem, because they initiated at the same time. He could have used this disruption defensively, but since it was offensive, like no way for him to get away.
Yep. And the problem is, even though they're winning this lane, until the supports from Sqreens Squad rotate off, they really can't afford to help the Shadow Fiend too much with these supports, because if they leave, the disruption arrow is still really, really strong. So they really want to keep these heroes alive. The Brewmaster's almost tanky enough to the point where he could probably live through it, but it's not a guaranteed thing by any means. So.
Yep, and now we actually have the Puck. He's level 6, almost level 7. That means the Dreamcore is online. He got like a huge boost in XP, of course, against the Shadow Fiend. And now, actually, does he go for it? No, that's just here and there some right clicks. But yeah, with the Dreamcore, this is gonna be dangerous. As soon as he gets some harass on blue here, this is gonna be evil. And now we see a wraparound here. The Wraith King is coming in. The stun is on the Pugna. There's a defensive disruption, of course, but it might be just a setup for the Thunderclap. And there it actually comes. The arrow hits, but the casket again. Pugna still alive. Now going down, and they might actually want more. The question is, do they follow it up? Yeah, one nice crit of the Brewmaster. Problem is, Sqreen, he still has to leap. The question is, no, he doesn't get it off in time. So 3 down in that lane. Now they just have to run out. Pugna is trying something, but he might find himself again in a shitty position, I have to say. The caskets, look at them. Look at it go. And this might be another no. It's not enough. 7 HP. 7
don't die, Dread.
HP.
Oh. Yep, and I mean, but again, middle lane, we leave for, oh my god, this Puck is doing absolute work, holy baloney. Yep. But yeah, I mean, he found the kill middle on Shadow Fiend again, and then comes down here, he will make it out alright, so, well, maybe he just stays down here and lets Miranda go mid and get some farm and levels, because, I mean,
oh, they might actually go for it there, at least the Orb is doing quite some damage. Waning Rift is coming right after, but
nice
he gets stunned up. Now the question is there enough? There's at least 1 stack Shadow Poison off. If he gets a second one, that might be enough for a kill. No, it does not stack, but the Orb is trying to pursue, but no, without a dagger, he can't catch up here. And there's even another rotation coming in. The Witch Dog is back on track, pretty much. But it's somehow they have like a green light going on whenever one lane is fighting, they have to fight in the other lane. Like, it's hilarious. The tri-lanes here going for disaster fights as well as the mid fighting. So we need a split cam. We need a second cameraman and a second small window like in Formula 1 or other sports.
Gotta get the picture-in-picture going, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, picture-in-picture, please.
Oh my goodness, or at least just like maybe just watch this puck the entire game, because he's been playing out of his mind so far, up to a dominating streak already. So, but also the Brewmaster also has 6 kills too in this game, so he's gonna find his early blink dagger as well. So it's gonna be a couple early blinks on your blink initiators on both these teams. So the fights should be absolutely ridiculous and a lot of mobility early on for both teams.
Yep. You know what's the funny part is, when we talked about it already in the draft on the Radiant side, look at the CS. The Shadow Fiend is now top on CS, but yeah, like, he just managed to do that with stacked mid cams. So he died like, what, 3 times now? But, oh god. But look at the Brewmaster and look at the range of this Thunderclap. Now, actually we have a disruption here. Oh, but the Shadow Demon again out of position. He is so dead, but Puck is coming in, trying to save the day. Shadow Demon eventually going down. Now the next one is the Wraith King. There is a huge Thunderclap on 4 people, but he gets an arrow in the face, or rather in the neck this time, because he was running away. But you cannot run from this kind of damage.
Yeah, that was a fantastic coil, and they're being forced to fight under Nether Ward as well now, which it's, let me see, what level is it? It's only level 1 right now, but that's still remarkably obnoxious to deal with, and I can say as a Skeleton King, having that mana drain will be, sorry, Wraith King, I always do that, but he's not going to enjoy having that Pugna Ward there for sure, and it's going to be hard to fight when they have coil and ward ready to go on these heroes. It's absurdly annoying.
The problem is with a tri-line, like, usually we're 8 minutes in, and with all these fights, with the amounts of kills the Brewmaster got, he would be level 6, but with a constant tri-line, none of them like dying, so he gets like additional experience, because it's just shared among 2. He would be level 6, and just imagine last fight, level 6 on the Brewmaster, so he could have just ultied and ran away, or even used the ultimate to get like those, I don't know, the kills. Probably on Mirana would have been possible because the leap was forward instead of backward, but too bad he's now dinging level 6. Pretty much 1 creep is just needed. But
yeah,
Sqreen, they decide to do at least some damage here on the tier 1 tower. So far successful. Cliff would be available, but the Shadow Fiend, he can't even go close. He can't even go near, and there we know why, because Disruption is coming out. Arrow is not hitting, but a lot of damage incoming there at the same time. Now the coil is coming out. Shadow Demon already went down, but look at the races. Races on 3 people. What a disaster. Now the cleanup squad is coming. The Casket, RNGs also going on Necroman, but I don't think they're gonna find more. But this was a huge disaster, and actually Mirana in huge trouble. Doesn't get leap off because it is on cooldown. So the rotation of Batrider leading there to another kill, and even one more. What was Puck still doing there?
I don't know, and yeah, the way that fight started, they just needed to get Shadow Fiend out of that tower. There was, I don't know why the arrow wasn't fired. I guess maybe there were creeps in the way. I didn't really see exactly
I thought
what
he
was
had
in the way.
he had a clear shot there, but he didn't. He chose to not go for it. So, but it's the problem with the Shadow Demon. Like, Shadow Demon always dying. As soon as he gets the disruption off, Relax is like, okay, you got no disruption defensively, we just go for you, because there's nothing you can do. That's the problem. He's level 4, 560 something, but now we have an arrow here, hit on the Shadow Fiend, the Starstorm, and of course Big Gnome here finishing off, and now they're gonna pursue the Batrider. The problem is, of course, the Firefly, and now look at this, 120 HP. Big Gnome also had to use the time lapse, and in the meantime, in mid, tier 1 is going down.
Yep, and I mean, a lot of heroes getting their blinks on now, so there's a blink on Brewmaster done. Batrider just finished his blink as well. Puck has his, so
yep.
A lot of teams have pretty much all that blink initiation that they could ever dream of, really, at this point in time. You have some of the best blink initiators in all of Dota 2 in this game, so it's gonna be all about who gets the jump on who. I think pretty much it's gonna be all about who gets better initiation when so many heroes are devoted to it in this game.
Yep, but look what a heavy fighting we already have. We're like at the 10-minute mark, and we have already 20 kills. That means like 2 kills per minute, and we have like blink daggers coming out at the 8, 9, and 10-minute mark. That means from now on, it's not gonna go less fighting. It's gonna be even more, especially with the Panda being level 7. Like, he has the blink initiation in the Thunderclap into his ultimate, and when he comes out of it, he probably has another Thunderclap, plus of course his right clicks whatsoever. And if there's just a bit of his team standing around, this is like a very, very lethal combo. And so far, there's by far not enough damage on Sqreen Quad's side to kill Brewlings, so they have to just outlast that Panda ulti. But now we have a Lasso initiation and a Witch Dog ultimate here. It's going... Okay, that's absolutely interesting. Puck is taking the other way around, but Weaver is actually getting the kill on the Batrider, now being stand up, and I think, yep, they choose to retreat. The problem is Witch Dog. Well, he's the one in pursuit, but oh, this Thunderclap, so much damage going on. The Wraith King is already level 6, so there is the reincarnation slow. So far, Necro also out of mana. The arrow is actually missing, but now he's so dead. That's the problem. Like, the Pugna, the Crapify is really dangerous for him because they have such a nice combination of magical damage. Because this was Netherblast, this is Jikuchi damage, Necroman's Orb, and Baning Rift all being amplified by this, the Crapify. It's pretty insane if you look at it.
Yeah, the magic burst is absolutely ridiculous, and that lasso was ambitious, to say the least, in my opinion, as the fighting is never done. Necroman kind of stuck here, gonna try and TP out. Flame Break, maybe he can fly, nope. He won't manage to TP out, but that lasso, if he has a Force Staff, I think it's okay, but for how deep he went and how far away his team was, he only was able to drag that Mirana to like the tier 1 tower, and couldn't really get him in a position to actually
the initiation was really weird and a bit of a dive, and there's also a problem, and I don't like it. Like a Batrider who goes for a 1-free build and max in both Firefly as well as Sticky Napalm, I just don't like it, because look at the Puck right now, he just TP'd out, and if he had just 1 point in Flame Break instead of, I don't know, a Sticky Napalm for example, then this would have been a TP interrupt and an easy kill. But yeah, let's see. He has a new lasso available, and the question is, who does he go for? It is no one, because he's silenced already. Oh my god, he's so dead. But at the same time, Mirana is getting huge damage off that Witch Dog ultimate, but now they have to go back, so I don't know. So far, Batrider not working out.
I mean, he just blinked in, he completely whiffed it. It's not like there was a disruption or anything, he just didn't grab anyone, and then he got silenced and died. So he's not impressing us so far, to say the least. In those last 2 initiations to that tier 1 tower, and they're probably gonna lose their tier 1 here. Nether Blast doing a lot of damage, but
actually they go, and this time we're gonna see the first ultimate of the Brewmaster, and actually it will be enough for the Shadow Demon. Now the question is, look at those, this Nether Wall, this is insane, but regardless, he's going down for sure. Now the question is, do they get even more? They kill the wall off, and now it would be only the Mirana, but now they get actually the lasso on the Weaver. Time-lapse is available, he's gonna use it, but directly after he's gonna get the Ray Fire Blast, meaning he is dead, but Puck is coming in. One is already down, now the Orb more likely for a retreat, but the problem is Thunderclap is soon ready. Mirana has already slowed 3 stacks, she's going down. Do they want to go for the Puck? Actually, he's not phase shifting properly, that Thunderclap. Now he's using a really short orb, he's getting out, and Shadow Demon is there using the Mono Purge on the Brewmaster. Like, he's going that little pocket trying to go out. Unfortunately, not enough mana for a disruption. Oh, too bad. He's actually making it out. What a player. Living on the edge.
Yep, and at the end of the day, so they pop the ultimate, they lose their Wraith King, and I'm guessing, I'm trying to look at the heroes who actually died here.
What was this? Like, there was such a forth and back, like there was 2 or 3 heroes coming in and TPing back. I don't know, was this a 3-for-4 trade or something?
I'm pretty sure the Pugna died. I'm guessing the Shadow Demon died. Yeah, he definitely died. So I think the 2 supports went down and then they came back. So at the end of the day, I think it was a 3-for-1 or 2.
Puck was the only one who made it out on S's side. And on Relax, the Brewmaster didn't die.
Yeah, the Mirana did die.
But the Wraith King died. Oh, but now they want to go for the Puck now, and he is slowed. He will be even more slowed. But oh, nice arrow there on the Brewmaster. This is about 5 seconds now. Soulcatcher is on top of him. He has no ultimate. He doesn't get out of there. So it's just a matter of time till he goes down. Batrider is still fighting with 3 stacks of Sticky Napalm. Now the nice Flame Break on top of it. Is that enough? No, he's not going down, and Batrider in the Dream Coil, well, just a matter of time till he goes down. He does a lot of damage on all of them. Look, Puck went super low there. In the end, not enough for the kills though. And we had another kill at the same time again. Shadow Fiend actually got a Weaver kill. I think that was somewhere in the mid or top.
Must have been. It was probably near top near the Wraith King, I guess, but
yeah,
I'm not sure how they kill a Weaver without a lasso, but I guess they
Wraith Fire plus 2 raises, that should be enough because the Weaver has a pretty low HP pool. But yeah, this is what I like. I mean, it's 16-16. We're at the 16 minute. I have to show net worth now. Oh, actually, we have another go. Waning Rift arrow on that Shadow Fiend. And talking about low HP pools, he's one of the candidates there. Easy blown away.
Yeah, he's Well, he's got 2.7k in the bank, so if he wants to go BKB, I reckon he should probably buy that.
Oh, Big Gnome, what are you doing? Time lapse? Yeah, actually he has time lapse. Perfectly done. But now, Schachlo is looking for something. But there's a disruption here, Soul Catcher on top of it, but he won't even get tower hits. Ah, well, that was not needed in my opinion.
Yep, and well, we still got that last up. They want to go ahead and try and pressure this tower. Brewmaster ult is back up, so probably time to fight that for them as they clap and push this tower. So we'll see what they can do. But the rest of Sqreens Squad is rotating up as well. This Puck is a DD rune as well and a coil up in 1 second. Yep. So they're ready to fight as well.
Another big explosion. Actually, there's already the opening. Oh, nice dodge. Ray Fire Blasted. Arrow will not connect to anything. And now, with the Moonlight Shadow, they have a small advantage. There's the Nether Ward. Oh my god. So much damage already on the Batrider. He's going down. But this ultimate of the Witch Dog is actually holding them back. They have nothing to interrupt it. In the end, Batrider, of course, already went down. And the Puck is now getting the follow-up on the Witch Dog. But look at this Witch Dog ultimate. It brought them all so low. Big problem is the Nether Blast, the Nether Ward, like doing also so much return damage whenever you use it.
Yep, he can't really leave his Voodoo Restoration on, or else well, I mean, it's not going to heal you if you're just constantly taking damage from the ward because of it. So it's probably best to just not use that spell today, Witch Doctor, at least not when you're near Nether Ward. But I mean, if he turns it on and then throws his ward up, you really can't stop it. So you just kind of keep taking the damage.
That's the problem with all those spells who count like as a channel spell, or you permanently get ticks of the Nether Ward. I actually had one game. It was not an important game. It was when Heflatv was pretty much founded. It was, I think, a Division 2 game or Gigabyte or something, and we actually had a Pugna with a Refresher Orb, which is like a fun build, usually used in pubs, but it was against the Morphling, and it was so sick. He really just put up 2 wards, and whenever that Morphling was just using Morph, it was just sick because he got double damage pretty much by the Nether Ward. But now the Shadow Fiend, he has to TP out here, otherwise, oh my god, you will be probably in trouble. Actually, no, he's hiding now here in the Ancients. The Shadow Demon is not spotting him out, and they go for Roshan. So I don't know if the Shadow Fiend saw something here, but that might be dangerous. So far, it doesn't look like Relax knows about it. But now Shadow Fiend, oh my god, you don't want to go there. Shadow Fiend is gonna be seen, and there's the Dreamcoil instantly up on him. Demonic Purge, oh my god. Talking about wrong time, wrong position. He's the definition of it.
He did finish his BKB though, so he had basically just spent all of his money, so not the worst death in the world for him, but obviously you just prefer not to die. The Wraith King goes YOLO in.
He's just going YOLO in there, so with the Plate Mail, of course, they can't really burst him down, and there is the Panda. The Thunderclap actually not hitting on anything, but now with the Brewmaster ultimate, they actually have to see what they get. The Shadow Demon will go down eventually by the Batrider, and now the Brewlings are in pursuit. Necro Man, okay, he has no orb, and there's the Lasso, which means that's his demise, and the only one standing here close would be the Pugna, as well as, of course, Big Gnome here. There is a Sentry Ward, but it goes nice. The stun goes actually into the Lincolns. The problem is now he has to use the time lapse, actually ending up under the Sentry Ward again. And now, do they want to finish? No, there is no arrow. I was just thinking about it. He could theoretically use his stick, has the mana for it. And now, they go for more. And another Blink Initiation by the Panda, but yeah, now it ends up as sort of standoff. Nobody really wants to commit for more because they know some of the heroes respawn, coming back to the tier 2 tower, being really fast there. Bad decisions, I guess, to go in there.
They badly needed the Shadow Fiend with his BKB done to actually finish off some of those heroes. They got close on a lot of guys, but they just couldn't finish the job.
And they go for more. Look at this. There's a disruption. A lot of damage coming out on that Wraith King. He's actually going down by the Nether Blast. Now the Shadow Fiend is also back in business. He's already getting a lot of damage by Big Gnome, and the Races are trying to do something, but in the meantime, of course, Pugna going down. And there's a nice Requiem of Soul with the BKB on, but Big Gnome is still fighting like a man. He's actually getting it using. Oh, nice time lapse there. He was really so low, and in the end, wow, 2 of Relax actually had to TP out, and SS is like, okay guys, they TP'd away, we have time for Roshan.
Yeah, the Wraith King needs to, I mean, I understand that you want to go and use a Reincarnate and things like that, but you can't just run in without your team. Like, they just weren't close enough for that initiation. They needed to be in, I don't know, he just went way too soon, basically, at the end of the day, and they certainly pay for it, losing 3 heroes.
Oh, look, Puck actually might find the Witch Dog here. He tried to farm a bit. Oh, the Puck actually going in. There's the Orb waning Rift damage, as well as the Dagon, but the problem is he got Voodoo Restoration up before, and I think that was kinda the HP that saved his little zombie ass, I have to say.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Voodoo Restoration's a great spell if you're not next to a Pugna Lord, basically. So it's certainly fine to use it there, and it's like getting out of those sticky situations where most heroes would die. That's one of the best uses for it, really. That and early pushes. So
Yep.
he is the heal Lord with his Urn and his Voodoo Restoration. So he's got that going for him at least. That's about all he's got right now.
Yeah,
His
by the way,
items are
I
not-
appreciate this pause because we're gonna use that pause. We are 21 minutes in. Roshan just went down. We saw that little goal from Puck on the Witch Dog, and now we look at the XP graph. Like, Sqreens Squad actually leading with 4,000 and still climbing. Let's see where this goes and if Relax can do something against it. On the gold graph, it actually quite the opposite. They had 4,000 gold lead. Now it kind of plummeted a bit, but we're still at 1,000 gold advantage. It's not much, and also if you look at the kills, we're not far away. There's approximately like 3 or 4 kills happening per minute so far, and it's just amazing. And let's see where this is going, because like it's going forth and back all the time. I think this graph is gonna end up being a huge roller coaster, but the next candidate to die might be the Shadow Fiend here with Necro. The problem is level 1 Dagon. I mean, it's cool to have, but you saw it on the Witch Dog, and level 2 would have made a difference there.
Yeah, level one Dagon's a little bit underwhelming. It's a nice little bit of finishing damage, but
Big Gnome. He managed to get away. That was a nice fast reaction there. They used the dust just to make him visible. Now he's using actually the swarm just to give them vision, of course. The Ray Fire Blast is coming out as well as Moonlight Shadow. And now, oh, what a nice Waning Rift on 2 there. Witch Dog on Batrider. They're going down and the rest has to retreat. This Puck is making all the plays, and Big Gnome, he wants to pursue. There is an arrow flying. Oh my god, and the Brewmaster is running directly into it. And this poor Brewmaster is so down. Soul Catcher as well on him. So much damage, and yeah, Wraith King pretty much last man standing here of this top lane fight.
Yep, and the Sqreens Squad has a much better lineup for these little skirmish sort of fights, like just finding pickoffs and things like that, or at least there's a Batrider on Relax, but he hasn't really been playing to the best of his ability. They haven't really been finding the pickoffs, but Sqreens Squad just like they're not letting them set up and finding a good fight where it's like, oh, okay, it's time to use my Brewmaster ultimate, or it's time to use our
look at this. The Shadow Fiend might find himself in an awkward position. There's a Decrepper fight. Another Blast already dealing some damage. Big Gnome is on the hunt. The arrow absolutely off target. Now he's... Man, you run to the wrong base. You absolutely run to the wrong base. There's the BKB and the TP out. I mean, it was sort of worth it. I mean, 135 gold down, plus of course a BKB second is gone. This BKB is already on 8 seconds.
Yeah, and he badly needs that to stay alive. Otherwise, the Pugna damage, along with mostly the Pugna damage, would just rip him apart. And eventually, Shadow Poison as well. It is level 4, so if he just gets stacked up, that'll be a lot of damage too. So kind of needs that BKB at least a little bit here. And well, let's see if they try and take a fight down mid lane. And I think defensively, I mean, Relax, if they can actually get a good lasso for once, they can still fight this. It just seems like they can't from how all these pickoffs that have been happening.
Well, at the moment I like the positioning here of the Batrider, unless he gets of course caught out. Big Gnome actually saw him, there's an arrow flying, not connecting whatsoever. And now the problem is, at some point Relax has to initiate, because the Puck now will sooner or later just go for a slow siege. And now the Batrider actually, oh, he's being scouted out. There's a 4-step away after the Demonic Purge. They're gonna pursue him. I don't know if they're actually gonna make something, but there's the Ray Fire stun on Screen, and Screen, oh, not going down. Magic Stick is saving him for the time being, but now who's under attack? Batrider already down, and now they actually go for the Puck. Now Puck not taking huge damage, and he's actually going down. There's another arrow flying. He actually connected. Blue, super low HP. He's actually blowing up. The Requiem of Soul not doing too much of damage, and now they just want to clean up that Shadow Fiend. But in the meantime, the Panda's actually going down. His ultimate ended. Now he's trying to TP out. Is it enough? No, it's not. He's actually going down as well after the Gemini attack, and there's another disruption. It was a defensive one because the Wraith Fire Blast was still ticking on him. What a fight in all goddamn every direction. We need 4 cameras for these teams here.
Yeah, and Necroman just managed to sneak his way out during the Brewmaster Ultimate, not get caught up in it. And as soon as it ended, he came back up and helped clean up kills. He didn't seem like he was doing too much. I believe he was one of the guys chasing the Batrider at some point along the way there. And I mean, Batrider once again dies before the fight even starts. So no lasso for Weaver, no lasso for Puck. They really need to lasso this Puck, I think, is going to be the key to success here. If they can grab him and blow him up, his HP pool is pretty low. He's just so damn evasive, and they're just not finding him at the start of these fights. And he comes into the end. Lots of magic damage over the course of it. That's a lot of orbs. 12-second cooldown's not too long, so in a fight, you can get a couple of those off. It's a lot of damage. They really need to find him at the start of fights.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you when it comes to the Batrider, because so far the Batrider initiations they've been horrible. I mean, they tried multiple times on Big Gnome against the Weaver, never worked out. He either got out with time-lapse or was just Jacuzziing away. Now, even in this fight, he already got one spotted out and pretty much gave his position away. He was forced into a very early Firefly. That means the Firefly was pretty much already running out by the time the entire world started to burn here in the mid lane. And I don't know, he didn't manage a lasso again. If they would just get one decent pickup with a lasso, killing one target, having a 5-on-4 fight, but so far he got again scouted out by the Shadow Poison, followed up by the Purge, and I don't know, it's just make this Batrider work, then I think the game will change, but so far this fight was really horrible. It was pretty much 5-on-4 because the Batrider was out of the equation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're positioning, to give Batrider a little bit of credit, in that fight, the Puck was way at the back, and he is the hero you want right now. Eventually, Weaver, it will be your goal, but he had Aegis, so picking him off wouldn't have been that useful in that fight. Soon he has the damage, though. He has a MKB nearly done, so once he has that, then he might become your priority number one. But so far, it's Necroman who's doing the bulk of the damage, but he was way at the back. There was no way Batrider was getting to him. Had to go through the entire enemy team, so kudos on the positioning there as well. And he has the blink, so he can make it work. And one more thing, I think the Wraith King, the Blade Mail is a good item, but I think maybe going for a blink before that would have been a better choice before finishing that Blade Mail up. I don't know. I just think the blink's ridiculously good, and I would get it I would get it first item past treads every game on support, I think. But Blade Mail is certainly good. They're just missing that blink initiate stun from the Wraith King as well, I think. Yep. Especially since the Batrider's not doing his job.
Absolutely, and I'm using this pause again. He reconnected, so it should continue in a second. But yeah, we have 10k advantage now in the experience graph, and looking at the gold graph, well, they had a small gold advantage. I was talking about that 1000 gold, but now it's plummeting. We are pretty much at the flat line, and it's going to go into Sqreens direction. There's also the tier 1 tower top on 9 HP. The siege engine so far not attacking the tower, so I just checked the TP scrolls on Sqreens squad here. Theoretically, the Puck could go top, deny it. That, of course, would even be worse for the gold when it comes to Relax's tower gold. And in the mid, I don't think they have the resources to actually go for the tier 2 tower, because the creep wave, I don't know, it's somewhere at the river line, and I mean, the only one who has decent HP and mana and also the means to get away in time would be the Weaver. So I think the smartest decision would be Weaver farming up in mid, maybe getting some damage on the tier 2 tower, Necro TPing top, getting that tower denied, and well, that's pretty much the best they can do so far, or at least in the next couple seconds.
Until the Weaver finishes that MKB, almost all of their tower damage is coming from the Pugna, who is on the sidelines for 30 seconds. So I think you're right. Tier 2 tower might be a little bit ambitious. Can get some damage off. Mirana also, with her Diffusal Blade up, also provides some decent damage, and that the phase boots, but she's also on the sidelines. So the tower damage is not there right now. So yeah, going to get that deny would be a pretty good idea. During this pause, I hope they've realized that tower is at 9 HP.
That's the good thing. Puppy pauses are always good, not just for us casters, as well as the teams. They can check the current situation on the map, things that might slip in such a big team fight. But yeah, let's see what they go for. I mean, the problem is, or not, it's actually not a problem, I'm saying this wrong, but I think Sqreens Squad, they're not under too much pressure at the moment. We talk about this tier 2 tower, maybe they want to go for it, maybe not, but so far all the fights go more and more in their direction. I mean, at the start, I was saying it, we had 20 kills in 20 minutes, and the tri lane and the mid lane and everything, it sort of equalized it at least when it comes to the scoreboard. But I don't know, now they started to trade just one hero better. Now they actually go for almost team wipes, so they have no pressure on their side. If they keep fighting like this and then capitalize on a tower after each fight, no pressure whatsoever. Yeah,
and I mean, this Shadow Fiend just hasn't really contributed in a fight too tremendously well yet. I mean, the best he did was the one under the tier 1 mid tower of theirs when they were defending, when they attempted to pick him off and he got 2 raises as he died. That was his best team fight, and he still died doing it, and that helped him clean up some heroes. But I mean, the damage he just needs a damage item, and he's still pretty far away from that. I mean, he has only 430 gold on top of that BKB in his inventory, so he badly needs another item to actually help contribute. He just can't really do anything. He shouldn't even bother coming to fights. I mean, Requiem is okay. It's good, but he's only hitting one hero, if that, in these fights because of how scattered they've been.
What do you say about the item choices, by the way? We see Bignum here. I'm showing it to the viewers at the moment, like the item overview for everybody. We have 2 javelins at the moment on Bignum. So I actually thought he's gonna be the one who's bringing the minus armor source in form of a desolator into the game. But this looks like a MKB coming out on Bignum. But the problem is, for what is this the answer? Because the Shadow Fiend, he has 430 gold, and the only thing he has is, like, of course, the PTs, his Midas Rolling, and the Black Kingba, which is on like 8 seconds. By the way, he didn't even use it in this fight. That's the funny part. But that's another story. The fact is, like, this MKB, I don't know for what it is. I guess it is. Yeah, actually, I know. No, I'm stupid. It is against the Brewmaster. It's against the Drunken Haze and the dodge he has by default. So yes, the MKB. I like that choice actually. I wasn't thinking that clearly there.
Yeah, this is one of the things I think that people forget about with Brewmaster. Like I didn't realize it. Playing against Brewmaster, I realized this in ability draft. I was playing against it was a Jakiro who had that ability, and I just did not even think about building it because it was like whatever. But I realized, why am I not doing any damage at all? And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of evasion. It's actually a ridiculous amount sometimes. Dodge chance of 25 is. It's not PA levels obviously, but it's pretty damn good. And then
well, it's 25 on a passive, plus of course the Drunken Haze, which is another
75% at level 4.
So pretty much if you have
ridiculous.
Drunken Haze and try to hit him with the other 25%, you're like close to like 100. I don't know. Do they actually stack? Do they sum up, or is this just percent of percent? But even if it was percent of percent, then we would still talk about like 80 something percent or 90 something percent. To miss there on him. So yeah, the MKB on him absolutely needed. They have a lot of damage source, of course, which goes into Panda's direction, plus now the Weaver starting with the MKB. Perfect. And oh, look at it, we have a go. So they seem to be fine and ready to go. Let's see.
Yep. And as far as this used to be like the go-to damage item on Weaver, and it's one that they certainly get eventually, but like I said, that Desolator came a bit more into favor. But I mean, this is a bit more damage for him personally. Desolator helps the team a bit more. It helps push towers, but with this item, he'll be blowing up. Basically, the Bat Rider is pretty weak at this point. The Shadow Fiend's actually going to take a ton of damage from this as well, and then the Witch Doctor will just melt to the MKB damage. It's a lot of DPS. It's absolutely ridiculous, so it's still going to bring a lot to the table.
And our post-pause analysis is, like, we actually had one deny, but it was by the Shadow Demon in the bottom lane. The Weaver actually decided to go for some tier 2 damage, and the top tower, well, actually I was wrong. The siege engine was already in range to attack it. It was not going for creeps there. It was already on the tower. So the top tower going down for relax, but unfortunately the other one is getting denied.
Yep, and they can get, like you said, getting pretty close to that MKB. Just needs to finish up that Demon Edge, and then he'll be there. So he's got about like 600 gold to go. No, a bit more than that, 800. I can't do math, but that's fine. Never do math on stream. I don't know why I never listen to Artosis. But anyway, never do math on stream, boys and girls. But you see a smoke up heading towards Roshan. There's no Rosh up, but maybe gonna try and pick off Sqreen here. They know he's there because of the creep wave. So let's see if they can actually find him with the lasso for once.
Well, they have to be really fast, or he has to be as fast with the leap. The problem is
he's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone. He was smelling this. It just smells too suspicious here because like everybody is missing off the map at the moment. And the problem is Sqreen squad, they grouped up in the mid. Mirana would be on the side now. Actually, one is showing. The Shadow Fiend is showing. I think they're heading. Yeah, they smoked up as well, heading towards the Shadow Fiend. Might be a mistake though, because in the jungle they're gonna find at least 3 and 2 others who could fast rotate in. So at the moment, positioning wise, let's see. I think this is a mistake going in there, but Necroman does it nevertheless. There is soon an initiation, maybe here on the Panda, and there it is. Stream Coil, the silence is already up, the Dagon is coming out, Soul Catcher, but he gets his ultimate actually off, and now they're already on blue here on the Shadow Fiend. There's a lot of damage coming in, Bignum doing some damage, but now, oh, who is dying first? That's the problem. Mirana actually getting huge damage by the ultimate, and they're still in pursuit. I don't know. The Necro at the moment, going for the Batch Rider. Everything is super spread out, but yeah, the Brewmaster ultimate ended, and now it's time to die. He actually buys back into the game, and now they want to go for more Sqreen this time. He's stunned up without a leap, but the puck is coming in. Nice coil there, But yeah, he's getting the kill with the Dagon. The problem is Bignum now in pursuit. The linkage is not off yet, so the Rayfire Plus is going to Nirvana. The problem is there is still Shachlo, no lasso though whatsoever, just the sticky napalm sticks, and they want to pursue. Yeah, 4 are up there, maybe 5 is coming out. No, he's missing the 5th one. No, actually the 5th one is coming, and the Flame Break is gonna finish it. Wow, like we started in the Radiant jungle and ended up in the Dire jungle.
Yeah.
That's how these fights go. It's just
yeah, and that Batrider gem paid off immediately. He had just bought that, and it gets him a kill on a Weaver, and that was a dominating streak as well. So yeah, 600 gold going his way. He doesn't need much more in terms of items, but a BKB is always something a Batrider loves to get at some point in time. He already has his first stuff, but a little bit of gold certainly will help, and killing Bignum off will help as well. Did he finish his MKB? Yes, he does. So
yeah,
he's not going to be too terribly upset. But yeah, that fight was just scattered all over the place, like you said. And
yeah,
well, they managed to pull it on top, pull out there, and the Batrider damage sustained with the napalm certainly helped out.
To be honest, I'm
yeah.
happy that the Weaver went down here how can I say it? Like, not because I'm a fan of them or anything. Of course, I'm unbiased as a caster, but like when it comes to statistics and everything, because the Brewmaster dying there and buying back is a lot of gold lost. Like getting the dominating streak off the Weaver there, and of course the solo kill for the Batrider, that sort of equalized this. Otherwise, I would have put this fight huge in favor for Sqreens squad, but like with this, at least Relax saved. I wouldn't save the day. That's, I guess, exaggerated, but at least
they didn't lose the fight for the first time in a long time. But
yeah.
Well, they go all out in this Batrider illusion, so mind game's working. Smoke revealed.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, there's one more smoke on the Pugna, but he's probably not aware that there's another smoke on the other side of the river line. So it's amazing how often and how intense they fight, and we're gonna see more coming. Wraith King trying to wrap around. In the mid, we already have a lasso initiation here on the Pugna. Actually, he's pulling it away from the Thunderclap, but Thunderclap eventually coming out. So easy kill there on the Pugna. So it's 5-4. The question is, do they want more? Because the next step would be either Roshan or going High Crown. High Crown, that would be too early. Like, they're in no position to go High Crown. They can just easily defend it. And now, well, screenshot, they have to check if Roshan is being done, but no. There is the Shadow Poison already flying. They see, you know, they had it back, and I think it's the best decision for Relax. They know,
yeah,
okay.
Neither of these teams, like, being in the pit is a huge disadvantage. You need to win a fight and then go for it. Otherwise, Radiant just gets coiled, initiated on, and then you got like 4 heroes stuck in a pit, silence with nothing to do. They go down to the Weaver first as well, and then the other side, you have a Blink ultimate as well from the Batrider and as well as the Brewmasters. So the pit is a very dangerous place to be unless you are very, very sure you can take it safely.
Yeah, and look at the experience graph. It looks pretty interesting because Relax is taking a bit, like, yeah, quite a chunk actually of the XP advantage of Sqreens squad here. We have 4k going in their direction, and look at the gold, and this is why I love what Relax is doing. I mean, they fought horribly, lost a couple fights, etc., but in gold they keep it up. They have now even over 4k advantage again, and now Rosh fight. I think this time they want to contest it. Roshan is below 50% now. The Wraith King is already going in. Does he find something? There's an arrow. The arrow is not connecting to anything. So at the moment it's more or less a standoff. It's not a Mexican one, it's a Russian one, but it's not less exciting. So
the results are the same.
Yeah.
Rider's going to try and find someone here, and they can kill off this ward, so... Oh, okay. Uphill miss, please. Have mercy, there we go.
Yeah.
So I need 80 gold, though. Killing that Pugna ward, if it's in a bad spot, you're forced off of it. It's a decent bit of gold, and then also just not having it for the next...
They go for Roshan. There's an arrow flying. Again, not connected on anything, but the Swarm is coming out, and the Brewmaster already initiated. There was the Thunderclap, as well as the ultimate, and the casket. Look at the casket. It's just bouncing between all those heroes, and now mass action coming out. The Pugna is the first one to die. Bignum getting huge damage here by that Witch Dog ultimate. In the end, he has to time-lapse and going out. The Wraith King being dead, slowing them down. We talked about it in the draft. Now doing so much work. The Batrider actually finding Bignum after the time-lapse. That means he has no way whatsoever to get out. Puck is still alive. Maybe he's trying to snatch the Aegis. Dagger would be ready in 1 second, but no, he's not going for it. And in the meantime, oh, the Brewmaster, he's been leeched dry. No mana whatsoever, but Screen. This is the 3rd arrow in a row, not finding anything. Puck going down against the Shadow Fiend, which I can't show because I don't have 2 cameras, but now Screen, he has no leap whatsoever. He has Drunken Haze on it, but they're not gonna pursue it. I need more cameras. It's just
that
a
fight
fact.
that fight was a disaster. Necroman and it blinked into the trees, was stuck there like even like after his blink came off, he just stayed in there in the trees and just he did pretty much nothing that entire fight, and they paid ridiculously badly for it. And well, the Wraith King's getting online. He's got pretty much actually it's Mjolnir's like pretty much done, so he's gonna have that in these next fights as well, on top of what they've already been doing. And that was just a really clean fight win, and that pug needs to. He's way too important to get caught in the trees like that, or else his team's just absolutely doomed.
Yep, and look how fast it goes. This time, no, the arrow is just gonna farm one creep up. There's actually Shadow Demon trying to get some poison up, but now, oh, there's a lasso initiation after the Ray Fire Blast on the Shadow Demon. Disruption maybe on himself. Yeah, it's actually coming out. The Nether Blast directly into the Blade Mace. So, oh, the Wraith King actually trying to get out. If they get the kill, yes, it is a mega kill going their way. And do they want more? The Batrider actually in a weird position, but yeah, he won't get. Maybe the mini stun of the MKB would have made a difference there, but yeah, he was not in range. So at least they get the Wraith King kill, which is also a mega kill. How much was that? 710.
Gold.
That's not bad.
Going to the Shadow Demon, which is, I mean, I guess that's okay. He's just trying to finish up what looks like, I don't know, it could be a 4-staff here, so that'll help him a little bit. Would have maybe like to have that on the Weaver, but even just killing that Wraith King, I don't know. He had a lot of time left till his ultimate. He was being a little aggressive with pretty much no health there, and well, they paid the price for that, so
yep.
that hurts a little bit. And well, the rest is a BKB. But
look at the graphs. I've been showing them because it's so interesting at the moment. They lost
that XP graph,
entire advantage, and now Relaxa is 2k ahead after this fight, and the gold is still going their way. More than 7,500 now. So Relax on the scoreboard, it looks bad for them. Also the fights before, but the problem is they keep on farming. They do very solidly. With everything they do, farming, getting the experience, etc. So they keep themselves in the game, and now they actually manage to get an advantage on both graphs. I absolutely love it. Relax, we see that they're just more experienced than Screen Squad here.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, having the gold lead, despite the fact they were losing a bunch of fights and things like that, being down in the kill score just shows how much more they were getting out of the map in general, even though they didn't really have map control. They just more experienced as a team. They know where to go, and I don't know. They just, like I said, they make the best out of the map. And that's all you can really ask for. And well, Mjolnir's done to the Skeleton King now, so casual dust, not gonna find anything. But sometimes you gotta take that shot.
Oh, you lucky, or unlucky bastard, rather. Like they tried to get that ward, but he was kind of stuck in the trees because the Firefly was ending. Poor guy. But either way, we have a gem now on the Batrider. This is definitely something worth to mention because it's so needed to get the lasso on the Weaver. We saw it already last fight there. It did all the work pretty much because Big Gnome, he thought he was out there. Chikuchi was pretty much, he was halfway in his base already, but the Batrider forced a Blink Dagger initiation, and when you see him all the time after the time lapse, easy kill there. But now let's see. Screen Squad, they don't want to get this or like give this game away. Like Batrider going for some harass damage here in the mid. In the meantime, we see 4 of them actually, munching through that tower. There's another arrow, just a scouting one more or less, or maybe he finds something. There is Moonlight Shadow coming out. Oh my god! But the Ray Fire Blast is actually getting disjointed by the fading Moonlight Shadow, and now the problem is Wraith King. He talked about the Blink Dagger. He could need one right now.
Yeah, he'd love to have it, and I guess with the way his team is built, he feels he just needs to get one.
But Witch Dog is finding the puck. Now he's running directly into the ultimate, and even with the Rudo Restoration now being level 4, actually the Nether Ward does not do enough damage. Like it's,
I mean, he's got a point booster now in Strength Treads and Urns. He's actually pretty tanky for a Witch Doctor, 1.6k health, so respectable amount of HP for support.
We're gonna see pretty much Garnems pretty soon, but now, oh my god, the Screen, you're so dead. Like,
how did he end up in that position? I don't even know how that even began to happen. But
I think he wanted to get that tier 2 tower, but it got denied by the Shadow Fiend, and then a nice raise aiming, guessing where he is, and 2 down for Screen Squad. So a 2 for null trade, a tower deny, relax at the moment, striking back, and they strike back hard. At the moment they only have 4 kills missing to equalize the scoreboard here, but who cares about kills? It's all about defending your base, and this base, they're high ground.
They're gonna have a really hard time just dealing with this Wraith King at this point. I mean, with Mjolnir up as well. Oh, they're gonna try and go in. Brewmaster with the blink in as a BKB hunt. Doesn't really help against Weaver that much, but yes, his ultimate. He'll pop it, and here he goes. Going to go ahead and throw the rock at Pugna, and no kills yet other than that Mirana, who's still on the sidelines for a little bit. Netherward doing a little bit of work here. Brewmaster not finding any kills with this ultimate, unfortunately, but they're just whacking away at the racks, and not a whole lot they can do to stop this. But here comes Necroman with a free-man coil, but instant BKB from Shadow Fiend as Wraith King does find the kill on the Pugna finally. But will they actually be able to finish off this Rax? And I think Blue will just start hitting it, and yeah, there we go. So first Rax of the game going to Relax, a pretty anticlimactic fight, and as the Wraith King does go down as well, but I mean, who cares? I mean, it's 1-for-1, but they have Rax, so...
Yep, 1-1,
Relax.
and the Rax on top of it. Absolutely a trade for Relax here. I mean, easy. Absolutely easy. They go in, they use all the cooldown, the Voodoo Restoration, doesn't care anymore about the Nether Ward. He's just channeling it, healing the entire team, plus the creep wave up, and... Oh, they're not leaving. Okay. They go for a Lasso Initiation, but it ends up being a disruption here, directly in front of the tier 4 towers, and the Demonic Purchase up. This will be enough. Greed is bad. Oh,
really is.
the Weaver not getting a proc. The Weaver's not getting a proc on his MKB. This is so unfortunate. I think this was like 3 hits, but we have one more who's escaping here. It is the Brewmaster. I mean, he's full mana, full HP pretty much, but the puck was orbing in the wrong direction. Yep,
and yeah, he'll make his way out, and well, so a little bit greedy there, trying to find those kills. Nice phase shift, obviously, and Soulcatcher Dagon is holy crap, that hurt a lot. That was only level 2 Dagon as well. That was like half of his HP pool on the Bat Rider. So yeah, he's thinking he might want a BKB at some point. He's got the Ogre Club up, so as soon as he finishes that, he'll be a little less sad in those scenarios, and well, no way to disrupt him either. So
yep,
that'll certainly help.
There was also the tier 4 projectile still following him, and now actually Bignum found the Brewmaster, and now you see the MKB doing so much work here, and he's hitting everything. Does the Brewmaster have to use his ulti? Yes, he actually does, and now they might actually be in a position to turn around. The Cyclone is coming out, and this Mirana, she has leap, but oh my god, no, she actually doesn't, and that means he's so dead Screen. That is really unfortunate. Now, a nice 4-staff on the low ground here. The Pugna has to go away. Oh god, it's looking bad because there's more and more right click. The only one who has proper damage actually on the dire side is Bignum now with the MKB. We just saw it on the Brewmaster. They forced out the ultimate, but still. Oh, actually we have a Lasso Initiation here on the Pugna directly into Ray Fire Blast, and there's a double Waning Rift. Maybe the Pugna is making it out. The Crepify, no, it's actually amplifying the damage of the Mjolnirs. Oh my god.
Yeah, and this is the best part about Wraith King support is how ridiculously well he scales into the late game, because this guy's a carry now, pretty much. Like, he's the guy just up front doing a ton of damage, and I mean, I feel like he brings more carry to the table than the Mirana does right now. Actually, I'm 100% sure that's the case. He's ridiculously jacked right now. Like, what is... Yeah, I'm trying to look at his net worth. Yeah, the Mirana is actually ridiculously poor. Holy crap, I didn't realize that. Sqreen is not a very happy camper right now.
8,200. It's... No, this doesn't look good for Sqreen. I mean, he got Diffuser play too. He wanted to go into a Manta, I guess, but the problem is he's been dying, and to be honest, like in the last couple fights, his arrows, the only arrows he decently hit were the ones like really low range. Everything else, I don't know. And now he's pretty low here in the mid, and the other ones are just sitting somewhere here in the dire jungle. Actually, Shadow Demon, you poor bastard. There's the last one. Ray Fire Blast, and look at it. They just chew through him. But defensive disruption, okay, will buy a bit time, but the next
not enough time for him.
Well, yeah, it's really just playing with some seconds, more or less. That's all it is. And now, second set of racks, maybe.
It's gonna be hard. I mean, Hex pretty quickly, and if they can blow him up, that's a really nice start to the fight. Dagon as well. BKB pop, but he goes down irregardless, so really nice damage there from them. Diffusal Blade into Bat Rider, trying to catch him out as well. He's got the bug, and I'm taking a ton of right-click damage from this Mirana. Can actually find him out, though. Wraith King going to work, though, on Sqreen, trying to catch up to Crepify, though. Blade Mill gonna hurt, actually, the Pugna quite a bit, and Wraith King is back here in a second. Gonna throw the stun out, try and get Pugna. Brewmaster cleans up the Mirana, and oh, Pugna, you have no way out of that one, buddy. So he'll go down, and 3 for 3 at the end of the day, killing the Shadow Fiend, saving them from losing racks here, and basically probably the best start to a fight they can hope for. But, well, can actually kill this Brewmaster off. He still has his ultimate, so I really don't think they can. Oh, there's a coil, though, and the Dagon can actually finish him off. He's forced to pop the ultimate. And not really going to find a whole lot. Weaver going to back out, so the end of the day, they
but
really can't keep pushing.
Puck is still in trouble. He has still one more orb, but if he gets a stun off, that's a problem. Oh, actually, he managed to dagger out, but...
What are you doing back there, buddy? That's not the right place for you to be.
Poor Shadow
Oh my
Demon.
goodness. Well, Wraith King's got his mega kill streak back. He lost that last one. He's like, ain't no thing, I'll just get another one. It's fine. No problem. So, yeah, he's getting pretty damn close to an AC on top of the items he already has. It's getting a little ridiculous for this Wraith King, but Shadow Fiend has a Satanic and the Deadless done now. Probably didn't enjoy being dead, but he'll have another item soon as well on top of that, so he's looking pretty strong as well. And I don't know, I think it's just kind of a matter of time for Screen Squad. This Mirana just can't bring anything. She needs more damage, but she also needs to be not dead first, which is the real problem. So she's a good 2 items away from actually bringing anything to this game, and that AC's done on Wraith King. Holy crap.
You know what's the funny part is, and that's where I have to ask, like, maybe Screen Squad should GG this now, because it's gonna get very demoralizing. If you think about it, how much impact the Shadow Fiend had, it's close to 0. I mean, he got a solo kill on the Mirana, that was pretty much the highlight of his game, but before that, like, low farm, horrible mid, etc, 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 and even in this fight, it was all without the Shadow Fiend. But now we have a lasso initiation here on the Mirana, and now talking about the Shadow Fiend, he actually gets the right clicks, flies across the map, and the last projectile actually killing off screen. This is not how you want it. Now they're gonna finish Roshan, and I think this is then with the ages. They say like, hey, it's even cheese. It's the third one we're already talking about.
Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible to fight with this. Puck maybe thinking about a steal. Will actually get the snatch, but will she go down immediately? Not quite yet. Brewmaster does find it with the clap though, so Aegis is broken immediately. The Requiem is also in the low ground, trying to hit the Puck on the high ground. I don't know about that, but that's one way to contribute to the fight, I guess. Trying to find him out, but this hero is really, really hard to catch sometimes, but they're going to catch out the supports instead, it looks like. And BKB's popped. Doesn't stop the Demonic Purge, but enough to get Shadow Demon regardless. Another ward going to work, but it's just not enough. And now they can probably just go for Throne. It looks like that's what they'll do.
Yep. It's so fun to see that. Oh my god. They go even for more, or do they?
Well, they're thinking about it. Well, now they want to save this Brewmaster off, and well, a lot of damage on that Wraith King, but he does have his second life up. Losing a little bit of mana, but it won't be enough to stop him from getting his reincarnation off for sure. Yep. It will go. It's here for a tower. The first one's down. Trying to work on the second one, but Creep's getting a little bit distracted by these heroes, so like, well, guess we'll fight him. And oh, here they come. Pugna will go down again, and well, Reaver's finally shown up to the fight. He was split pushing the entire time. Shadow Demon not going to be so lucky though. He'll go down here, but the Wraith King actually does lose his Wicked 6 streak. 1,000 gold to the Shadow Demon again, getting the kill on the Wraith King. Bignum time-lapse is just in time to get out of there. Puck actually finds the Shadow Fiend again, and well, they may regret not going for Rax here. Instead of, they kind of went straight for Throne, and they thought they had the damage with the Glyph. Not quite able to clean up both tier 4 towers, but they'll run away, lick their wounds, and probably come back. Aegis is, Puck, not done yet.
Go for the Brewmaster here.
And he doesn't have his ultimate. He does have mana, actually. Well, now he does have mana, but he would ideally not want to pop this. But it looks like he may consider going back in here with the Blink Clap.
Oh, that Flame Break actually helped them there, pushing him on the high ground, but he's still in pursuit. There's the third Sticky Napalm stick, and now, well, Batrider has no mana whatsoever. The only mana he has, like, but look at that! They just go for Throne there, like, alright guys, come on, stop fighting, let's finish this.
I mean, they can't kill this Wraith King again, pretty much. And yeah, there's the GG. Victory, BKB, and ultimate on Brewmaster as well, so
Go
they finish it off. Yep, and, well, Screen Squad, they had that, I don't know, they had that window where they really had the Shadow Fiend down, but they just couldn't finish the game. The Puck damage eventually kind of falters off a bit. The initiation's always good, but they were relying on him for early game damage, and once the BKB came up on Shadow Fiend, he wasn't as easy a pick off. And, well, Wraith King just, he was the hero of the game for me, I think. That hero's just so hard to deal with. And the Brewmaster as well played fantastically.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway, guys, this was game number 1 of a best of 3. Relax is winning here against Screen Squad. Screen Squad had an amazing start whatsoever. Their laning phase, well, the mid was amazing. The rest was kind of sort of equal after all. But the fact is, Relax, they just were absolutely relaxed. We have to say like this. They were just holding back a bit, keep on farming, and that's pretty much what kept them in the game. So either way, game 2 will be up in just a couple of minutes.